Hello everybody and welcome back to my garden. My name is Ashley and today I am going to hopefully be making over this very plain, boring front porch. So as you enter my home, this is currently what it is. I recently got these mums and these as well because they are going to be kind of what we're playing with. And I'm going to be borrowing from pots around the garden and we're going to be seeing what we can put together to make a beautiful kind of enchanted, spooky, haunted kind of look on this fall porch. And I'm hoping that I can make it versatile enough that we can kind of just swap some things out like the mums with some evergreens and kind of carry this magic through the season. But as you can see, my front porch is seriously lacking with anything really, charm. It's my most neglected area. It's pretty dark up here, so finding things that are narrow enough but also grand enough in this space has been challenging, and also something that can handle the really low levels of light in here. So what I want to do is hang fairy lights, and I'm going to be connecting them to the vining. So I'm going to be following the vines of the Boston ivy, and it actually, I know that it's messy, but I'm actually leaning into it because I think it's perfect. I was actually going to come in and clip all these hanging Boston ivies, but I actually think that it's leaning in to the kind of haunted mansion vibes that I'm kind of going for. And this by no means is a mansion. I'm just kind of thinking my inspiration is kind of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion currently. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave the spider webs. They're all going to contribute to the look. And so I'm not really spending a lot of money on this. I'm kind of just pulling out from my Christmas boxes, my string lights and different lights and things that I've collected for various projects and never ended up using. And I'm kind of just pulling them out to see what I can make work, if we can make a little bit of magic here for the kids that are going to be trick-or-treating in a couple of weeks. We don't have a ton of kids in our neighborhood, but we have some, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing them come around, and I want to make a nice little setting for them to ascend and get their treats from. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in their costumes, and I do hope that they come by our house this year. I'm also going to be putting lights on the espalier, and sorry, this is my collection of shrubs and things that have yet to go into the ground. This is my husband calls this like my plant nurse, like he's like, you look like you like run a garden shop. And I've just been slowly collecting things every week. You know, when I go to a plant store, I just get a few things here and there that I know that I'm going to be using. Like Nandina is my favorite. I have Skylight Better Boxwoods here that I plan on popping in. And of course, Abelia. I love the Radiance Abelia, and I feel like I'm definitely going to use it on a lot of projects. So anyway, I've collected those things. And this evergreen, this North Pole Arborvitae, we're going to be stringing it up with lights. And that's going to be one of the pieces that transitions into the Christmas theme. But we're going to go ahead and do that today. So we're going to get all of our lighting in place. Hopefully we can make a little bit of magic, make a little bit of ambiance, a little bit of fall vibes for the neighbors and the trick-or-treaters. So let's get started. So I started at this lower point, and I think what I'm going to do is use these zip ties to kind of come underneath the Boston ivy. Kind of goes very flush to the house. So I'm kind of just setting up the path for me to go all the way up the main branches of the ivy, and hopefully if I have extra lighting, I can double back and really kind of fill this place in, which is what I'm hoping to do. As you can see, it's very tall, and turns out I am extremely afraid of heights. So climbing up on the ladder all the way up to the top, first of all, I don't even think I could reach it if I was on the top of the ladder, but I made a pole with a hook. So we're gonna try working smarter, not harder, and not ending up back in the hospital on our day off. So the only thing that I actually did purchase for the planting of this project are 3 cabbages that I found at the garden center, and oh my gosh, they are just beautiful. So I just thought I had to have them. And I have these 2 pots. Both of them had coleus in them, and the ducks apparently love coleus. I didn't know. So coleus is no longer. So we are going to be planting it up with this cabbage. And I also have this broken pot that I actually did just break. We're going to use it anyway because I think it adds the charm and the haunted mansion vibe that I'm kind of going for. So let's get these potted up. Okay, so we have the ornamental cabbage potted up, and I think it looks lovely. And so I kind of borrowed and stole from different areas of the garden. I did purchase these on clearance this week, so it pays to shop in the middle of October, and I feel like I got a score. I didn't buy too many. I bought 6 of the little minis, 2 of the smaller ones, and then 2 smalls, 2 mediums, and 2 larges. So we're going to be playing with those elements on the step. And then I actually borrowed this from the backyard from our other fall planting project. And then I had some extra wire vine as well. So I actually just popped the extra ones into some extra pots that I had. I've been collecting pots on Facebook Marketplace. So I just popped that in. So we have the element of the wire vine right here that we're going to be using. We have the ornamental cabbage. I also borrowed this coleus from our fall planting project that we did, and this orange rocket barberry. And then for our rounded mounded forms, I only have 2 mums, and I feel like 3 would be better in this kind of project. So I just potted up a boxwood that I had. I actually just got this boxwood several weeks ago from Trees Outlet down in South Sacramento. So I felt like this project needed another kind of round form. So that's going to have to do. All right, so now I'm just going to, and also we have candlesticks that I have just collected over the years. I did actually treat myself to a new candlestick set the other day, so I'm using that as well. I love collecting candle holders. So, and I have candlesticks that are from Amazon, and they are battery operated. So we'll go get those in once I feel like I'm put everything together. So now I'm just going to start playing with the different elements that I have and building out these steps and just moving things around. And I kind of have an idea where things kind of need to be, like the big mum over there needs to be over here where it can kind of push against the railing and have more space. So I already know it has to go on this side in the middle step. And so I'm just going to start trying to create balance and harmony with these little pieces that I have to play with. So let's get putting it together. Okay, so this is our finished product, and I had so much fun doing this. I had a wonderful time. My boy helped me put this together, so this is something, it was a fun little bonding project for the two of us, and I really love how it came out. It's maybe not quite haunted enough. It's a little bit clean, but I actually really love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's giving me all the fall feels, especially with the candlesticks put in here. And we actually managed to get all of this ivy lit up, and it was quite the task. It was a little bit scary trying to climb up there into the higher places, and plans change. So I'm very afraid of heights, and getting on the ladder up in here and putting the lighting up along the vines on the ceiling was a no-go. It clearly became obvious. It became very obvious pretty early on that I was in fact not going to be able to do that. So we just rolled with it. The lightings remained in the lower places that I could safely get to and install it. And I'm really happy with how everything came out. The only thing that I purchased for this project was the ornamental cabbage and the pumpkins. So really it was a very inexpensive project. I kind of just borrowed and used what I've already been using with fall plantings for the last couple of weeks. So the rest of my garden is pretty bare when it comes to fall decor, but I'm concentrating it where I want it to be, and I wanted to make a beautiful, inviting little cove for trick-or-treaters to climb their way through to get their treats, and I feel like I definitely accomplished that. I'm very happy with how it all has come together, and these twinkle lights, I'm actually very excited. So I'll take out the pumpkins and the ornamental kale and the coleus and of course the mums, and I'll pop in some evergreens, and so we're just going to let it change and evolve as the holiday season does. And I think that it's going to be pretty easy to accomplish, and I think that it'll actually work out pretty well. And I did get the lights on the espalier right over this way, and I think that it turned out just beautifully. I did not clip my espalier. I let it be kind of wild and whimsical, and I think that that goes with the holiday vibe here. So I'm kind of letting it grow out a little bit and be a little bit free and wild and magical, and I think that we have accomplished it. It was really fun. This was actually very easy to do because I already had all my wiring and hooks and everything in place. So I literally just followed with the string lights. I just followed the lines that and the hooks that I already had in it, and just used zip ties to connect my lights in. And it was very easy. The only thing that didn't work out to plan, because something always has to not go right? I ran out of lights halfway up the tree. So tomorrow I'll make another trip to Target, because you can't do a project without having to either make at least 2 trips to Lowe's or Home Depot, or to Target for more lights or something. That's just, you always have to be short on something at some point. So that's life. But I'm happy with where I got today. I think that everything turned out really beautifully. And yeah, it was fun just pulling out all the Christmas lights and all the things that I've already kind of collected over the years, and just seeing what I could put together and make some magic happen for some kids in our neighborhood. So thank you so much for joining me. This was such a fun project. I hope it inspires you to see maybe what stuff you've got up your sleeve to kind of pull together and make a little magic happen for those in your life. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been an absolute pleasure, and I hope you join me next time.